funky, spunky, silly, tune in something to kind of agree upon, to come to a togetherness. And let it build, let it develop, let it take you through space. Stage, come downstage. If you've been stage right, go stage left. And just let it build another level. We're going to count up. 1, raising the intensity. 2, 3, raising the intensity with each count. 4, 5, keep going. 6, find the downstage. 7, 8, go. 9, the music might go quieter, you can go higher. 10, the music might be chill, you can go wild. You don't have to follow the music. Yes. And start to see around you while you're dancing, see your friends, make eye contact, get energy from other people, give energy, get energy. Give energy, get energy. Give energy, get energy. Give whatever you need and get whatever you need. Yes. And we'll go down. 9, 8, 7, 5, bringing your intensity into a more contained place. 4, more contained. 3, 2, 1. Tiny dance. Tiny, tiny, very contained. It's happening, it's all there. That 10 is inside the 0. That 10 is inside the 0. This is always an option. Your hips are part of this. Your spine is part of this. Your knees are part of this. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to clear our stuff onto the side, and then we're going to be practicing the line-up score while the audience comes in. You can always solo. You can always break the rules. The rules are there so that you can break them. You can leave your water bottles on the side, between the lights, but maybe bring other stuff to the outside.
Which score is the line-up score?
Lining up just means lining up in space.
Okay.
So we can play music while they're coming in. They'll be dancing while we go. And then we'll just kind of do an intro. Everybody on stage, please. Dancers on stage, please.
Anybody's birthday today?
All right, let's move on to the stage. And just start traveling. Start traveling. Feel your full height. Feel your feet on the floor. And start looking around for ways to line up. So you're walking and coming to stillness to line up. You can also line up while traveling. Inside.
welcome to our improv dance workshop. Improvisation dance workshop. We're here with Professor Laurel Jenkins. We're here with Deborah Felmeth and Rost. And we are so excited to have all of you here with us today, as well as our virtual audience who is streaming through YouTube. So woo! And Jen Ponder up there. You can't see it, but we can see her. And you can see us because she's our lighting director. So thank you, Jen. So today we've got some improvisation to share with you. And before we get into that, Deborah's going to mention a little bit about what it's like to be doing improvisation here.
Okay. Thank you. Improvisation. So we're all here. We're all in it together. We're all right now, neither ahead of ourselves nor behind ourselves, hopefully. And we have lots of choices. And hopefully we drop back and down into knowing in the body and not thinking ahead in the brain, oh, I'm going to do this. Improvisation gives everybody in this class, musicians, dancers, lighting technicians, all the opportunity to see, hear, feel, and respond, or not, to each other. So it's a dance of relationship. Improvisation is a chance, in my words, to be radically present.
Thank you, Deborah. And so, in order to not only give you a little performance or workshop, we also wanted to share with you a little bit that we've learned this semester. And so you're probably wondering what these index cards are that you received upon walking in. And what's written on these cards are a few different terms, forms, vocab that we've come to learn and use as dancers in this class. And so one of our first pieces for you is going to be a little workshop where we're going to demonstrate for you what these forms mean, so you all can learn this vocab as well. And then we're going to actually ask you to help us create a piece. And so throughout that piece, we will be on stage performing for you all, and we're going to ask for your help directing us and giving us a form. And so you can read what's on your index card whenever you want, whenever it feels right, whenever it doesn't feel right. We're just asking you to share your word with us. And so we'll start off by demonstrating what these words mean.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, dancers. All right, so the first game will just be 2 or 3 of you randomly yelling out your word. But to make it not so random, you can look at what's happening and look at your word if you have a sense of what it even means. Maybe you don't. And yell it at a time when you think it's needed. Okay, so we'll just, let's just start with walking through the space. And one of you yelling out your words, and I'll repeat it so everybody can hear. Solo. And another word?
Grid.
Grid. One more. Giving status. end. Good, let's start again. So that was great. So that you can kind of see how instructions create a choreography. So our goal is to be 100% in charge of the composition 100% of the time. So everybody is supporting the whole composition. So this in the next 5 to 7 minutes, everybody's going to yell out their word. You can yell out your word more than once, and that's their instruction. They can either agree or disagree with your instruction. Part of the beauty of having rules is to push against them and to disobey them. So if you see something else happening, they're being creative in that moment. All right, so you can begin on or off stage as you wish. We'll start in dark. And we'll start by an audience member yelling out a word. And I'll just repeat it so you can hear. Flocking.
duet.
Grid.
Giving status.
End. Great, so these are some of the vocabulary words that we use to describe ensemble forms. So this is a form of improvisation called performance improvisation, and it's a way of composing as an ensemble in the moment. So I turn it over to you, dancers. What would you like to do next?
6-minute piece.
6-minute piece. Everyone take a look at the clock. 6 minutes, we end. Great. Just really briefly, audience members, what forms did you see? They can be words that we've talked about or words that you invent in this moment. We saw flocking in that piece.
I saw forest in the flocking.
A forest in the flocking.
Framing.
Framing. A duet, ended the piece. Great. What do you want to go for next, dancers? Composers? Improvisers?
Trio.
Do you want to make a piece that has some parts? So it starts with a trio, goes to an ensemble,
And then giving status.
gives status,
And the solo.
end with a solo. So let's say it one more time. Start with a trio, move into an ensemble, give status, end with a solo. What's next?
I'll ask the forms again.
With the audience?
Like us choosing them.
So, Sylvie's proposing that the dancers, performers, improvisers, composers, you guys call out the forms inside the performance. Great. And I'm going to say, Ron, start us off with a solo. Because we can.
And dancers, just call it out real loud, louder than you think, so everybody can hear.
one more. One more. Proposals? A 5-minute piece. A 5-minute piece involving, but not limited to, 12 solos.
Longer than?
5 minutes, let's see how far we get. Solos can happen at the same time, right? Everyone can be out during a solo. 12 solos, 5 minutes. one last dance, come on forward. And the score is forward and back, dance party, forward and back. So you only have this track, okay, in 2 minutes. Forward and back, pay attention to what's happening to your right and left, forward and back. All right, let's all start at the downstage line. Stand tall, starting in stillness. Come to this downstage line. So let's use this mic for the virtual audience and because we're wearing masks. And feel free to have a seat. You can grab your water bottles. And we just want to take like 2 minutes to hear what you saw. And there's no right or wrong answer here. We are inventing these compositions as we go. We are learning about each other as we go. We are developing vocabulary as we go. So it's all emergent. So if you have a new way of describing what you saw, that would be fabulous. There's no right or wrong. I'm just going to start with these two, because I know you have something to say, Chloe.
This was so awesome. Thank you for sharing this with us. So fun. I'm so glad you put it on for us. Like, I had a great time. really fun to be interactive, and so amazing to see you make decisions. I love when you had, like there was one point when you all lined up and someone was weaving through, I think it was maybe you, weaving through the thing, and you knew that the space, it was on you, you know, and you held that space really well. I loved seeing those moments. Yeah, thank you. Gosh, so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. What a blast. What a blast to just see so many bodies moving in this space. Like, woo! I saw a lot of making space for each other in really, really splendid ways. And when that space was then taken, felt really, really powerful. A lot of community mind at work.
I saw a lot of great movers. It was really enjoyable to watch. And I particularly enjoyed the moments of flocking. I think that concept is super cool and just magical.
Yeah, that was so wonderful. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to be part of this. I really enjoyed kind of the cohesiveness in parts and then how that switched to some very individual things. And how, like Hannah said, how everyone like made space for each other and kind of picked up on other people's things, but then still like had some really cool just ways of like moving into new things. I thought it was all really wonderful to watch.
Yeah, thanks everyone. This is so great. It makes me very happy to be here. I really also like the way the space was given and shared and taken. And the solos, how they flowed through each other. There were some that went really fast and slower, and it all felt very fluid. And it's cool to see how you all work so well together. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It was so cool to see. I really like the space given and just the listening, like to each other and watching each other and like kind of working off of each other is really cool. And yeah, it's amazing to me that you can do this and like kind of just read off of each other and come up with something and put it all together, like just by watching each other and like reading each other and moving. So nice job.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was really taken with the interaction as well between the music and the dancers. I thought it was all just really beautiful, and to know that all these beautiful moments were sort of being generated in real time is just really powerful.
Thanks guys, that was super cool. I find it cool that you all have the confidence and like the agency to kind of just throw yourselves in. So that's really cool.
Thank you guys.
So anyone from our group just want to say how that was for you? This is our first time having an audience, right? So does that change it for you? And if so, how? Anyone want to tackle that one? Sylvia, I'll give it to you. You're closer.
Sorry,
Sometimes I was a little bit afraid there would be a lot of like empty space. Because I was afraid we would be like too nervous to kind of take the stage. But I think maybe a little bit of nervousness, having people here actually made there be less than there usually is. So that was kind of cool, like the nerves were put into the right places.
Very similarly, I was definitely nervous beforehand because we've never danced in front of a live audience before, and I was getting super dizzy beforehand, and I'm not usually before class because it's just us dancing for ourselves. And then once we got started and I realized that we were just doing the normal thing we do, it felt really good, and those nerves kind of went away, and then it was just like having a really fun time dancing around during class like normal. So it was fun to experience that transition.
Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, that made me think of one. You said it was really fun to dance together as a group in class, and I'm just curious, like, if you felt the group dynamic changed as the semester went on.
Yeah, I think we were both, like, at least I was pretty timid at the beginning of the semester, and like taking those solos and taking space and starting a piece. And so I think we all got a lot more confidence into it. I think we like learned each other's styles, where I'd be like, oh, like Alex is starting a trio, like I'm gonna want to be in that. Like that's gonna be really fun. So really cool to like learn for people's vocabularies and then like find myself like doing a move where I'd be like, oh, like, this is what Maddie does. Like I'm doing a Maddie move right now. Sort of like really get kind of like a group mindset and vocabulary going. It was really neat to do.
Other ways that you've seen our group change? Or develop? Deborah? Deborah Felmeth, everybody.
Just early on in the semester, I remember a day when I said to you, I don't think Laurel had yet used the word dance hog, and I mentioned that there weren't any dance hogs in this class, and I'm glad to see that you all got a little hoggy. Just a little hog in everyone, which was really great to see. Just, momentary hog is good.
Questions? Other questions?
So this is clearly a form that involves light, music, dancing, and it's a trio where each element is listening to each other and each element has the autonomy to propose an idea in the space. And it's everybody's job to say yes, like in theater improvisation, to that idea that's proposed. And I think, does anyone kind of want to comment on how light has affected you as a performer, or what it does to the dance, or how you're in conversation with it? How are you thinking about the light? Kevin?
Oh, hello? Okay. So personally, I think that the lights give you like a sense of, not direction, but like where you're supposed to be, especially when you're performing for a live audience. Because I tend to be like in the back, or before, I like to be in the back, in the shadows, away from the front. But I think the lights give you that sense of like, not clarity, but like, it kind of forces you to be in the light, Yeah.
Well, that's our time. We want to say thank you to our virtual audience. Thank you to Jen Ponder, our lighting designer, technical director. Thank you to Rost and Deborah Felmeth, our amazing musicians. Thank you to all the performers today. This is a form that requires bravery and vulnerability, right? Performance improvisation. You really have to put yourself out there. So thank you so much for witnessing our work this semester and culminating in this showing. Thank you guys.
Great. So feel free to just linger and chat. Let's just take 5 and, use the restroom, get some water, and then we'll just kind of check in as a group and kind of close it out. Okay? So just, if you want to talk to somebody, you have like 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody.